Thokozani, sanibonani chamaku, and welcome to another Friday afternoon video with myself, Siyabonga Africa Mkhize from Umsamo Institute. So today I want to take the time to talk about something that I actually promised a couple of people on Twitter to speak about. That is what happens when the father of the child, the mother of the child, disappears, right? And then after a couple of years or a couple of months or whatever the case may be, comes back and says, I would like to have a relationship with the child now. What should you be cognizant of, and what should you be aware of spiritually around having a child out of wedlock where one parent left and another one arrived? Number one, okay, was there any denial, nengxabano, nomsindo around the time or around the birth of leyo ngane? If wena as umuntu wesilisa wazi ukuthi kahle kamhlophe ukuthi wayiphika ingane, all right, wathi wena no, le ngane akuyona eyami, wabanga umsindo, kwaba nengxabano, lokho needs to be cleansed ngembuzi kuqala. Okay, before you can go and demand or try and request and ask for a relationship with a child, you need to cleanse umsindo nengxabana nokuphika komntwana. Ayikho into emhlabeni eshaya ingane eyaphikwa ubaba wakhe, more particularly umuntu wesilisa ophika ingane, right? Ukhumbule nawe umuntu wesilisa, if uzophika ingane yokuqala, the first child, with the woman that you didn't want, kuzokulandela even in the next relationship where you do want to have a child with the woman you do love. Okay? So ukuphika ingane, right, leaves spiritual markers on you. So first things first, was there umsindo nengxabano and ukuphika komntwana? If there was, that definitely needs to be cleansed. Number two, inhlawulo ayikhishwa, right? You do not have to accept ilobola as the woman's family, right? However, you are well within your rights to demand, okay, inhlawulo. Inhlawulo is mandatory. Ilobola for each ingane, in order for surnames to change, is optional, right? As a man having a child out of wedlock, you are in no position to demand that the child's surnames be changed. You can simply make a request to the family. However, in the event the woman was the one that left you with the child as a man, okay, you didn't have any family to contact or get a hold of, right? But you have raised the child, and now the child is maybe 4, 5, or 6 years old, right? Ukukhulisa umntwana is a form of inhlawulo nelobolo. And you are well within your rights as a man, if you've raised the child for that long on your own, to go to the family and say, look, I've raised this child up until the age of 5 on my own, okay? But I would like the child to have my surname formally. Can we please accept the love, the nurturing, and all other expenses that I've spent raising the child? That can be considered as ilobolo, and can the child be released properly from the mother's family, and so that it can join my family as the man completely and wholly. That's in the event the woman decides to dump you with the child and completely leaves. And if she comes back afterwards, the same thing applies. She also does need to apologize to your family. Who cares where local woods, she just up and left and said, I'm leaving, and that's it, right? That's the first thing, okay? Number three, right? Was there any form of abuse, right? Especially physical abuse inflicted upon the mother of the child, okay? I actually probably should have started with this one. Sorry, my apologies. This is actually should have been number one, right? In the event that you abused the mother of the child, right? You physically assaulted her, okay? You hit her, kicked her, whatever the case may be, right? Before you can even begin the conversation, right, of seeing the child, you must first go with imbuzi ezimbili, maybe 1 or 2, right? I'd say 2, 1 male, 1 female. Uxolisa kuza izalwazi namakhehla, because ushaye ingane yabo, right? Even if that woman was married to you and wamshaya, kumele uxolisa as well. But instead of uxolisa to her family, uzoxolisa kubaphansi bakho and her family as well. But because you're not married, kumele wena uthathe isilwane ezimlenze u4, uye khona ekhaya And before you can begin the conversation about seeing the child, you must do right by umama qala. Ngokuthi wamshaya, wambhahaza, wamkhahla ibholele ezinyawo. Those are the three most important things to consider, guys, when people disappear in relationships and when people want to rekindle relationships. Please, can we make sure that we are cognizant of every single action and that takes place, because every action has a spiritual consequence, and the spiritual consequences are going to land up on myself and my children as well. So if I as a man beat my first baby mama, right, and I did not do right by her and the family ngoxolisa, and then I find the woman of my dreams afterwards, okay, she can come from a spiritually clean background and a good family, but be ruined by me as a man because of the sins of my past, which I am now spiritually passing on to her, because obviously we're together, so we're going to be very intimate, right? Which are going to ruin her. So for you as a woman to sit and be like, I don't really care how my husband or my current boyfriend treats his former baby mama, or how he reacts to his former baby mama, or be happy or even celebrate the fact that this stepchild that is being traumatized, is actually harming yourself. The same goes for men that are with women who are neglecting or choosing to be absent in the lives of the children that they had before you. So that is the wisdom I'm giving you guys this afternoon. This is actually part 1 I'm talking to you guys this afternoon on how to actually navigate co-parenting and out of wedlock children and surnames. This is actually part 1 of a 2-part series, which I'm going to be focusing on over this weekend, because I think this is a growing problem in South Africa. And of course, we understand that some people, just because they have a child together, does not necessarily mean that they're going to end up staying together and marrying one another. If you would like to just book me for more advice, and you and your baby daddy, or you and your baby daddy, baby mama, and current partners all want to sit down and kind of work this out and find out a way how we can all work together, just send an email to bookings@umsamo.org.za, and you can book a 30-minute session with myself online via Zoom or Microsoft Teams. For now, we're just gonna wait to see what happens with the COVID variant, and then maybe in March we're planning with tentatively placed March to start the face-to-face at our offices in Bedfordview. Thank you so much, and have a great afternoon.